Hello, this is Jer playing Oxygen Not Included on hard mode with the Demolior smashing into this little asteroid. And I'm also trying to get the carnivore achievements, and I've got the huge advantage of having you guys. There's two really great comments that is going to help me out quite a bit. First of all, Cedric mentioned, and I was struggling with wondering why one of these pacus, which I'm hoping to get ultimately the carnivore achievement from, this guy here is glum. And what was mentioned was that they were eating some seeds that happened to be in here. And what I've done is I made the assumption based on the, pinch of pepper in it. They do eat seeds. Okay, I didn't notice that. So what I'm going to do, maybe they've already eaten all the seeds, but just to be cautious or careful about this, let's select that and that. I'm not seeing anything white lit up here. So I'm going to say, yeah, we should stop seeing glum pacus. All right, so thank you for that. If I ever, well, definitely will be building the setup again. I'll make sure that there are no seeds if I want to get wild pacus. The other thing was from XYZ3 who mentioned, careful with these eggs. I made the assumption, first of all, that this pacu is going to consider the number of critters based in the water tiles only, but the eggs that are inside the room count. Right now, that's technically not a problem, but I was going to expand the number of lum eggs, which would have been an issue. But not only that, that made me realize another problem I have. Similarly, down here, why is this guy crammed? And I remember last time I was so confused, and so many pacu eggs. So I'm going to aim to fix. In fact, I think this fix is extremely easy, potentially. We'll put an indoor there. And I've got to relocate the incubators. I'm thinking of having this space up here for that. All right, with that door in place, is there a reason to have that closed? I'm going to have this room closed so other critters don't come in. Aha! Amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now this I don't know if I'm doing this too early, but we're going to start to feed our Jawbow. And now that I've got this cleared out, I'll relocate my incubators. So here is the new incubators going in. This is going to be part of the heavy watt wire line now. Destroy this guy. This is actually a wild egg, so let me turn that on briefly. After we get this set up, I'm going to set up a spot for the wild lums and their eggs to be stored away. Need to get this back online, otherwise we've lost power to, I guess that's the kitchen, which actually is not as important anymore. Okay, so that's that. Let's turn that off. Can get rid of this guy. Let's take this guy who is has a little bite effect. We'll do that. Take that out. Oh, and look at that. Okay, I guess we have another critter. So before I forget, bring you up here. And I see that technically... Oh. 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 Uh-oh. What temperature? Huh. Do you like 40? 25 is your minimum. Okay. And just curious, what about you? I have a temperature of minus 10, so let me think. So for starters, looking at this problem, we are taking very cold liquid. Oh, wow. That is just above freezing, which could very well break in the pipes, and probably will very soon. The good news is we don't actually need any more water here, nor do we need any more water here, so I'm actually going to cut this off for the time being. So that's going to allow us to not have continual cooling going back into this setup. But what I'm doing now is putting some tiles here because I see a warm area. And I figured we'll take a liquid line from here to over here to resolve this situation. So we'll put in our tiles first. And this, I mean, it's partially it's electrolyzers that has caused the heat, but there was also that incident with the battery. And that might actually have been a good thing, come to find out. All right, so I've got that in place. I'll design my heating line. So here is my plan. I've got a pipe, changing some of this to go to granite. Also currently researching liquid tuning so we can get access to radiant pipes. We'll see how this goes, getting this area warm again, hopefully. Also relocated our lumbet down there, and you are wild. Let's get you out of this room, if nothing else. I actually don't think I'm going to have a specialized room for the wild lums because they're all pretty young. Yes, I'll eventually get eggs, but I can, I'll just have to make a special rule. Okay, what type of egg is that? Wild. That's a, not wild. But every time I take a critter in here, I'll just, for the time being, make sure that we only get tame. Oh, and that is research complete. So, the spot that we actually have the big problem right here. Radiant pipes. Can make that out of gold. Put that along there. Oh, and yeah, did we ever... Just curious. So this guy has not wild factor, so yeah, we must still be waiting for these guys. Oh, I wonder if we should get an incubator for pacu eggs. Never even thought of that. Let's get this done. I'm not entirely sure if that makes sense. I think, where is the most advanced egg? 25, 28, 40, 9. We're just about to 90. Now, I think we're okay. Rather not need that for pacu eggs. And we already have a happy... Oh, whoa. What happened there? What's this? Oh, sandstone. Whoops. Okay, I didn't realize it was building out of sandstone. Shale. And let's have this go up like that. Let's have this go in like that. And we'll send water clockwise around this whole setup. All right, so that will at least bring the temperature up a little bit. We do have a little bit too cold temperature there. So what I might do right now is just build this right like that. And then let me add a little bit of insulation to igneous rock along this wall. Right, I'm thinking some of these changes. Oh, and we've got pacu fry. Now, normally the way I automate converting to meat is by drowning. You can't drown a pacu. So, I'll have to see if there's a way to automate this. Maybe we could throw them in like a really hot place, but for now we'll just tack. So we should have... Whoa, stop, guys. Smoked fish. That's from Jawbow. Okay, where are you going? You're going to cook with that. Is there... This is an interesting problem. I don't want them to cook with pacu fillets. I want pacu fillets to go in here. But I do want to, when we get ultimately Jawbow fillets, we want them here. So you would think, I'm going to save it right now, just in case we need to do a test. But, okay, let's watch this go through. They're picking up this. I'm assuming, what's their action? Supplying fabrication materials. So even though I have Jawbow selected, they're cooking with it anyway. That is unfortunate. I'm going to stop here to see if there's anything I can think before I waste what I had planned to go into here. So after a little bit of staring around, first two things. One, I see that it says gunked toilets. So apparently I let one of the bionic dupes into here. So let's click on this. Megalo, it's got to have been Gigan. Gigan, you're not allowed in there. All right, with that solved, what I'm going to do for now is just tell them no smokefish. I'll have to come up with something better. They should be... Okay, yeah, they're dropping that. That should be picked up and be brought over here. The other thing, maybe, if I made that a higher priority. Maybe that's all I needed to do. Okay, hold on. Where you... You were supplying... Oh, because I didn't turn... Okay, what if I did that? What if we did this? This is set at... Oh, did I not bump that up? Let's make that an 8. And this is a 6. All right. If I had done that instead, even if I had said smoked fish, copy that there. Try again, guys. See if you can get the idea of where I wanted to go. Okay, the fact that you're taking these stairs is a good sign. Okay, so it was a priority thing. Let me think. I also see way too much chlorine. I think that gunk extraction required. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that's why oh, okay, did not. Okay, that needs to be resolved right away. Make that a 9. And I also see lots of gas down this way. So we're going to open this up and deal with that. But, hold on. 8 from feeder. Okay. So what has that given us? That we're now getting a increase in wildness by 5%. Wait, what? Slow things down. So you 8 from feeder, what effect is that? Gives you wildness of minus 20%. But you're currently... Critter is wild. Critter metabolism grows scale. But your wildness is increasing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, I'm looking... Never mind. Forget that. I was looking at the status. I should have been looking at the condition. Wildness, 99%. Going down by 15%. Okay, whew. All right. Completely lost my train of thought there. Oh, yeah. The noxious gas. Let's... I'm just curious. Yeah, probably some of you guys. And I'm assuming these guys only... actually make chlorine or technically bleach stone when they eat. We may need to do some critter wrangling / build a pump to take some of this chlorine and carbon dioxide over here. So 2 stages to this problem. First of all, pump going in here to take away the chlorine and carbon dioxide, and a electrolyzer going in up here to produce more oxygen in this area. I think the highest one is this point. So that should help. I'll probably bring another electrolyzer down here, but we'll get set up with this so far. Eventually probably take it much further down. Do this piece by piece. So here we're going to be looking for oxygen. Essentially not oxygen. Okay, so that process has started. Oh, and I guess I forgot water, did I? Alright, another electrolyzer and extending our fire pole down. Just wondering, oh, we get a little bit of oxygen in the air, but that'll eventually make its way up, right? Unless I've got one of these guys on pushing oxygen up. They're all disabled, so I don't think that's the case. We're going to start with some S digging after this. And then we're going to set up this ladder system, basically putting a tile here where I want all my little critters, turtles. And oh yeah, I noticed this guy got trapped in here, didn't notice that. So he's a tame version for Dartle. I'll just attack him. But all the other Dartles, actually not just put in a tile, but actually make this a little bit easier. Put that there. We won't have a door. I don't want them to become crowded if I put very little in there. And start digging around. Actually, I guess we don't have to dig that whole thing. Just need a certain distance away from this one tile. This digging down here has started. Let's check on you. Eat from feeder. Now, the nice thing is I can keep an eye on this such that I don't have to necessarily kill all the fillets if I have them. Though I'm more concerned about, do I have enough? Okay, so we ate again from that. And this is going to be for Dartles. Both types. Make that a 6. Now, anytime I see some Dartles around, we'll do some wrangling so we can kind of get them out of the way. You're crammed. Actually, we'll go in and save you. And, oh yeah, they're eggs as well. Might be nice to relocate them over here. Get them out of the way. Okay, so let's make a path. Oh, nope, careful, sand. About to fall into that trap. So I don't have to get them everywhere. It's just in places where they're actually potentially going to be eating and making some bleach stone on us that we don't really need at the moment. See an egg, so I'll take that. So I'll go wrangle a few more, do that cleanup, and then come back. We're going to start building ladders going down. Destroy some of this as well along the way. And then maybe some point down here we'll build a second pump for getting rid of some excess gas. So we can explore it out. Let's have a look at the oxygen situation. Looking a little bit better. Alright. So next we're going to fill in the ladder, add in a fire pole. And I think somewhere's around here where we'll hit and build a pump down there. bit of a liquid area for some bionic dupes. Maybe a tiny bit of mopping up might be nice. And get rid of some of the tiles on the side just to make it easy for carbon dioxide to flow down. Try to go around these guys. Maybe do this type of thing. Inspect, destroy you. It's not super important to do that. And open up this side as well. Suffocating. Who? Oh, of course, if something like this would happen. Oh, no. What do we have? We have granite there. Tiny bit of oxygen there. Let's make this out of granite. Put that there. You get to work. Oh, okay. Crisis averted. All right. Now I will design the pump that's going to go down here. So oh, hold on. Suffocating. Oh, yeah. That's Stego. Go, go. Run, run, run. Okay, good. We're getting rid of this pump now. Adding in 2 new electrolyzers. A little bit concerned about water freezing pipes. So what I did, I insulated along here. Look at the overall temperature. Yeah, we're technically fine in here, but we are near a cold zone, so I might avoid going down any further with electrolyzers. For now, at least. And of course, a pump at the bottom that we're going to power. Look for some non-oxygen. And hopefully this will improve things in terms of breathability. So we can explore the bottom of the base a little bit easier. And let's do an attack. I can see this is going to be a bit of an issue. Having an auto sweeper clearly would be brilliant in my mind. Right here. So let's do that. Did that make it in there? A little confused as what happened there. There's pacu fillets. Doesn't get rid of. Okay, no pacu fillet in here. This is a little bit of a scary side. I think the auto sweeper is going to help. In fact, let's make that a bit of a priority build. So these guys can just kill and then automatically have that put. Okay, we still don't have anything in here. Not liking this. Not liking this. Get rid of that little wiring. Okay, well the auto sweeper's there now. Okay, what do you mean insufficient resource pacu fillet? I've taken this. Why does it show? It's making it forever. And what's that double dot at the bottom? Forever pacu fillet and peat. Not forever. Order production quantity 99 plus. 1. What? Is there something I'm just not understanding? I hope this smoker doesn't be the end of me on this. Okay. And let's just double check consumables. No one's allowed to eat pacu fillets, right? No. Okay, let's watch this next attack go down. Megalo, what are you doing? Okay, good. That's fine. Oh, it says 0 out of 200, but maybe there actually is fish in there. They're just so light they don't count. All right, let's go with that assumption. I was just thinking this is empty because it says 0 out of 20, even though it technically isn't. This is going to call, every time I want to do this, my labor down. And because if I actually block the dupes from going in. I thought that would have made the Oh, the auto sweeper probably needs to access this tile right here in order to work. Okay, maybe that's good to know. We'll switch places between you two. Actually, yeah, maybe we'll just dump that like there. Get rid of that. And then what happens if I were to... Okay, so this should access both this tile right here, which I'm assuming is where we need to access the auto sweeper. A little section there in the fire pole. Could finish up. Must only have one dupe that can do this, and they're perhaps just on break. Oh, there we go. Voila. Okay, so now let's give this a test while I attack this. Let's just watch this go down. Attacking. No, you're not attacking. So now the auto sweeper's still not picking up, though that might be because someone else is tasked to do it. So the auto sweeper's like, okay, well, I'll not do it if someone's on the way, but if I block everyone. Ah, here we go. Now it actually shows as 2 of 200. So we've got a bunch of pacu fillets there. So I guess they still can go bad over time. So we'll have to watch that. But yeah, we've got that. And what about this whole setup? Okay, put some oxygen. Maybe do a one. Let's do, yeah, just kind of get it going first. Get a true signal. Now that we've got that, let's put that to 120. You're not going anywhere. Why is that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? What? Doesn't have anything to do with this, does it? No. No! Okay, so we have an issue here, and I had some advice of putting this infinite gas storage with 4 tiles wide, but I think the problem I keep running into is I'm pushing too many different types of gases. So I'm going to do an older setup. I'm going to do that up here, so we'll dig that out. Also see some gunk in various places. See some was dropped off there. That was probably just the downage or the outage of the gunk extractor, but that's back online. I'm going to put some igneous rock here. Some tough blocks. I'll also opened up this area here, so this guy can continue to output liquid, as well as the geysers that we're getting, dumping liquid over here as well. Maybe open that up as well, so we get lots of future liquid for us. Bleach stone should be being picked up. Yep, excellent. Okay, so that's going to be our new gas storage area. I will get to work. Here is the top part of the setup. Basically, we'll have 3 pumps. We'll have 3 different types of gases. I think that is right. We'll have natural gas, chlorine, and carbon dioxide. Any excess oxygen that is picked up, we'll just dump out of the room. So in the future, I might want access to these gases. That's why I've got pumps going in. need a little bit of liquid. Let's get this all built first. Making this out of gold amalgam in case it's a little bit warm in the future. Alright, and with that, let's do some digging. And I'll do the next part of this. Next part of this involves having the floor put in of our storage area. And how I'm thinking this is going to be different is just because I have my gases sorted. Hopefully this is going to work out better. Okay, we'll do our liquid dump in. So now we've got some water on the way. Actually, I think it's salt water. I also have some power. Ultimately, this can be a heavy watt wire system. I want the inside to definitely be heavy watt wire. But for the meantime, we can just run it on a regular wire. Connect it to the kitchen, which really isn't used all that much. Oh, 32,000 calories. Oh. I wonder if we actually are in a situation of needing more food. Huh. Weird. Not liking that, but let's just make a little bit. Hopefully you guys are going to... So you're an adult now, which is nice to see. How are we doing up here? Incubation. Aloe's a little bit stressed. And let's check on some pacus you've eaten from the feeder. I have to remember that pacus live a much shorter life. Some of them might be hiding. We've got 1, 2. There's 4 in there. I wish that the critter was always in the front instead of hidden in some cases, but that is going well. Elderly. Oh. They've got 8 cycles left, and they're still not even tame. No, that's unfortunate. Though my understanding is they're gonna lay eggs similar as pacus. That's a little bit hopeful thinking, but we'll just let that roll. As long as I can get 1 tame, oh, that might be too much salt water. As long as I can get 1 tame Jawbow, I'll be happy. So some egg. Oh, the other thing, we were doing research on HVAC because I realized I don't have... Okay, so this needs to be less than 2,000. It is not. So we're going to be dumping some out. $10 kilograms. It needs to be less than 2. Probably by the time this is rebuilt, it'll be set. It's under 2,000, guys. Alright, so we've got 200 there. And I will create this and this. So we have a separation of each zone. And we're at cycle 70. I see there's some food here, so I'm thinking, why don't we just keep these pacus where they are? That is research that was needed. It was essentially this guy here, the gas element sensor, I was after to complete this project. Automation there, and there. Do a little bit of mopping up. So 30 cycles to try to get the carnivore achievement. Actually, let's take a moment. See where we are on that. Oh, is I have to download something to see my colony summary all of a sudden? Oh, okay, I'll be back. So we don't even have 100,000. That would be quarter of the way. So we're less than that. See what happens with this Jawbow setup. Okay, so with this, let's start the process of separating these guys. Okay, and then we'll separate the, yeah, we've got, hold on, whoa, I didn't finish the construction. Okay, so let's make sure these pipes get built first. Also, I don't normally do this, but I'm putting in gas storage here before I output. This might be oxygen, polluted oxygen that inadvertently gets picked up. In fact, thinking of polluted oxygen, just in case there's a bunch of that. This is looking for oxygen. Maybe put in right next to it something that's going to clean the air. And back over here, we've got our pipes to be installed. Hoping not to get too distracted from that. You know, you're elderly, currently at... Oh, no, you were... Well, you're tame. Okay, reproduction is 56%. Oh, it changes by 17%. I was a little hopeful that that might be higher. But that might be high enough to get at least one more egg. I feel like it definitely has got to be, right? Take some of this out. Actually, technically, that might just be used to rebuild. Alright, so let's put that there. Did I ever put... No, I didn't do that either. Put in a tile right there. And make sure we can continue to walk that way. Put in another one of these. Right there. Tile right there. Start a pipe a little bit, making its way in from down here. And how about we... Whoops, it's supposed to be tiles. Almost there. So we're going to have 3 outputs of this. I want to make vacuums in here because I'll choose... whoops, hold on, no. That's supposed to be power. That would be really bad if I had forgotten that. And put in power. So we're going to make this a priority there. We're going to start the process of pumping. I've set up, what did I do? Carbon dioxide, chlorine, and natural gas right here. We're going to start to empty everything that's in here so that we can get the gas out or create some vacuums. Unless anything is perfect. Well, there's no way that, yeah, it's all hydrogen. We're not storing hydrogen away. But I have discovered why we had the food issue. Well, because these are backed up. They're going now, probably just because I, No. Okay, bad. But yeah, what I had done is I blocked this off so our smokers weren't running for a while. So what I'm going to do is have, we'll cut this off, won't worry about that right now. We'll have all of this go into this guy here while we're waiting for this whole setup to go. Nuts. Completely forgot about that too. This game, I tell you, this game, love it. Right, so what else do we got going on? Just curious. You were reproductions at 33%. You were at 73 rather. We will definitely want an incubator for you. Let's see if I can finish this up and then I'll create. I think that's the next priority actually. Okay, so that is set to go. So that's going to buy us a bit of time to continue to run the smokers. And then I'll go up here and see... look at that. We've got a vacuum across the board. There's just one pipe we forgot right there. We'll connect this into the system so that this smoker doesn't become backed up. I see. Okay, you're technically wild. How about we get you out of here? And you are tame. Okay, let's... yeah, let's keep you. Remove you. And we'll send you down here to our third stable. And the other thing I've got going... Oh, hold on. Still have food in there. You are 75. I'm a little bit nervous about water getting so low. So I might do two things. First of all, we'll put that there. Dig that out. And we'll make another pump, just so we'll be ready for more water. Now, once I do, this will be later on, but once we do get meat from Jawbows, hopefully in enough time, to figure out turning this back on. Is that, maybe it is. Oh, I think that was just a priority thing. Well, hopefully that's going to work. Okay, so that pump is on, so that gives us access to a little bit more water. Now I'll have to figure out where we're going next. So just notice we've got, well, two things. One, crammed conditions in here, so we're going to expand this area. The other thing, I noticed one of these guys is elderly, so that's going to be a little bit of meat that we can get access to. So there is some tough meat that we can consume. And open this area up so those guys are finally happy once again. So what happens is sometimes you put in a bunch of critters in their place and you think they're happy and you forget, oh yeah, once they lay their eggs, kind of changes the numbers a bit. Somehow I managed to pause it at just the moment that this was able to go through. So let's have a look. Oh, whoa. I already see a problem. This should be looking for carbon monoxide, right? Okay, so chlorine has gone up. And oh, these are all interconnected. We don't really need that way. Okay, so we have a little bit of chlorine there, and that is empty. That is empty. Carbon dioxide. Okay, what's with the carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide, we're looking for that. Got a connection between that two. Hold on. Oh. Okay, good. All right, that solved that. So carbon dioxide now is going up. Chlorine's stuck. Oh, not stuck. Actually, the whole idea is that. Hold on. Tell me. No. Okay, well, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world that I forgot to do that. I can pause this whole thing. Oh, that's a little painful, though. So this one was... I built this one, but forgot these guys. So in theory... Okay, I didn't really... this is a mess. Let's just go in for this. Okay, almost, but not quite. Fix that. Take that down, take that down, take that down. And let's put a priority on getting this wrapped up. The other thing I want to do, and I'm probably going to finish on this, is to make an incubator here that's specific to taking a Jawbow egg and refreshing the Jawbow itself. All other Jawbows will go up here. In fact, I'm putting another incubator there. Oh, hold on. Might as well cancel that construction. I think we're going to need it temporarily. right, and then with that, let's clear this out. Maybe put a bin right there. A little bit of construction needed here. Starvation. No, it's not actually an issue. Stress is a bit of a thing. Okay, I've got to come back to that. It'll be probably in the next episode. I'll hopefully look into a little bit of what's happening there with stress. Okay, so what I want to say is everything that's swept, let's just kind of clean this area. All right, so the pipes are built, so I should be able to reset this here and here. Oh, that's don't need that anymore. Oh, a little bit of gunk here. Whoops. How close is... Oh, never mind. I was going to ask how close this guy is to... So given the fact that this guy is... only has 4 cycles left to live, and they increase by 17%, I'm going to say let's just attack this guy. Make a priority of getting this system built. So that we can incubate that Jawbow egg. In fact, you know what? For temporarily at least, let's go up here and hit Jawbow egg. See, there's 2, so there's no guarantee that this one is actually going to be the one brought in. Okay, was that wild? Ugh, figured that was going to happen. Okay, well, it looks like this one's ready to go anyways. Okay, so that is a egg that is wild. I don't know where that came from. There was 2 here. There's 1 over here. I just need to find some place to chuck this guy. Oh. Do we have... Didn't I put pacus in here? Wild pacus? Oh yeah, and there is some. I wonder if this is big enough. We'll see. Let me just choose that location. Take that Jawbow egg. Chuck that right there. Let's get back up here to wrap this up. So we want 1 tile there, 1 tile there. And this is going to be for our Jawbow. Let's make that a priority 6. Nothing has been delivered there. Okay, a little bit concerned about what's going on there. I'll put that there. We'll seal this back up again. Oh, that warning message is so annoying. Okay, this incubator. Priority 6. Having issues? What's going on? Come on, dupes. So we've got that. That's filled up with hydrogen, and oxygen. Send that back in here. Okay, so we've got a vacuum once again. Cut that. So if we ever want to get natural gas and chlorine and carbon dioxide, we'll have access to that. Send this over there. Connect this back in. There we are. Carbon dioxide being sent in here. Where are you? A little bit of polluted oxygen. You should ultimately make your way out here. Let's just check. A little bit of polluted oxygen here, making its way down there and then out ultimately. Okay, so that is that. Okay, why? Why do you give me such problems? For some reason, this Jawbow egg will not make its way into this incubator. So what I tried to do here, we'll see if it works, is I made a priority of relocating this Jawbow egg. For some reason, Jawbow eggs going in the incubator. Unless maybe you can put... No, wait a minute. I did see a wild Jawbow egg. Oh. Okay, Jawbow fry. Right, apparently you hatched really quickly. We'll throw you right down here into some water. And everyone's allowed in these two... Oh! Okay. And that... okay. Okay, that explains what was going on. We're having power issues with this setup, though. There's just far too much kind of running off of this one circuit. Maybe I will, for a final move, try to address this a little bit anyway. Alright, so we're throwing in a little bit of wiring. Going down here. Stress is starting to be a little bit annoying. Seeing dupes in this room, which is nice. They go in there to deal with their stress, but rather than not be stressed out in the first place. Let me see here. What do we have? Carpeted tiles. I'm curious whether there should be more. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe put carpeted tiles both here and here. Just to speed their recovery. If nothing else, for the time being. And we've got our Jawbow here, currently incubating at 25%, so it's going to take 4 cycles for that to go through. Which means what? Cycle 79? I don't know, guys. I do not know if I'm going to get the carnivore achievement or not. This is, I don't know. I do have 3 lums. Only 2 are adults, actually. This guy currently is 63, and this guy is just started. Okay, there's a lum egg. So let's make sure we're not gonna stay on top of processing that. So that has to be, and we'll make that a priority. Okay, already is. So someone should be picking that up. Someone should be attending to this. Oh, I'm going to end it here at the end of cycle 75. I don't know, but a Jawbow egg here incubating 4 cycles. There'll be new Jawbow. We're going to be providing them with pacu meat. Right now, I'll just keep these guys as they are. We've got 3 of these guys, and love how these little guys sleep. It's, I don't know. Anyways, probably next time, maybe the time after, we'll figure something out. Just give me a final... oh, let's just finish this wiring. Come on, guys. You can build this. You gotta love when they come in to build one little thing. Okay, let's do this. Let's disconnect that, and put in there, and I will think of my final thought, and we'll conclude it for the day. Okay, so some concluding thoughts for today. First of all, I see Ice Hot says they enjoy watching a video, even if it's daily, up to 90 minutes. Thank you for that. Encouraging as I continue on, and more oxygen not included. But am I going to get the carnivore achievement? That is what's going to haunt me. I'm definitely going to, well, most likely going to be almost certainly doing another episode of this particular asteroid tomorrow. 25 cycles. I feel like it's going to be 2 more episodes till I either get it or don't get it. I don't know. It seems... I guess we're just all going to have to wait, and maybe no one is more anxious to see whether this goes through in me, but otherwise, I will see you guys. Oh, hold on. Just conclude on putting that ladder down there. I will see you guys next time, and hopefully I get it. If not, though, on the plus side, I at least have learned quite a bit about pacus and jawbows, so even if this doesn't go through, I'm certain the next time round, get... Oh, whoa. Okay, issue here. You're currently groomed, which is great. So we didn't really cause an issue, but we'll put a tile right there before I save it for today. All right, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time.